King Charles found himself at the center of a hug that turned into a scrum, as he hosted the New Zealand women's rugby team at Buckingham Palace. Charles, 75, who has been undergoing treatment for cancer, told the squad that he found the warm hug to be very healing, as he delivered an off-the-cuff speech to the team ahead of their match against England's Red Roses in Twickenham on Saturday. Addressing the players in the bow room at the palace, the King said, "I much appreciate this chance to meet you and to have such a warm hug from you. Very healing." Speaking about a recent decision not to include New Zealand in his travel plans when he visits Australia next month, the King said, "I'm extremely sorry I can't come to New Zealand in later October. It's on doctor's orders. But I hope there will be another excuse to visit before too long. In the meantime, give my love to New Zealand." Charles told the players, who were mostly in their 20s, "I hope you make the most of your time in the team because you don't stay young for very long. In my experience it goes quicker than you think." The King had earlier arrived in the 1844 room, greeting Alan Bunting, the team's director of rugby, with a hongi, a traditional Maori greeting of pressing noses together. Charles then met Mark Robinson, the chief executive of New Zealand Rugby, Deputy High Commissioner Shannon Austin and the female team's two captains Kennedy Takuafu and Ruair Demant. As he went through to the bow room, Charles met the players but managed to get drawn into a group hug that caused him to burst out laughing. Aisha Leti Iga, a 25-year-old winger, said, "I asked him, 'Can we have a hug?' And the King said, 'Yes,' but as I went in to hug him the others all jumped on top so it turned into more of a scrum." Liana Makaile too, a 22-year-old forward, said, "I thought you said, we, so we all got involved." The King then had a separate hug for prop Tanya Kalounivale, 25. Kalounivale said, "The King said his position when he played rugby was a back rower, a lock. He said that was the worst position because when the scrum collapses you're in the middle of it." After meeting the players, Charles received two gifts from the team: a Black Ferns jersey signed by the squad and a wooden waka, a traditional Maori boat engraved with the New Zealand proverb, "We are all in this together." Accepting the gifts, the King said, "I'm not sure I deserve this." He told the team, "You can always blame me if you don't win. You can say I interrupted your training." After meeting the players, Charles addressed the team. He offered his condolences for the death of King Ituheitia, who he had known for decades. Charles said that he had spoken to him on the telephone so recently, the King added. Suddenly to hear that he had died was a real shock. Charles was given gifts from the team and they performed a waiata, a traditional song. The king then proceeded to the grand staircase of Buckingham Palace to join the team for a group photograph. The King and Queen will travel to Australia and Samoa in October. The visit to Australia will be Charles's first visit to a Commonwealth realm since ascending the throne 2 years ago. A palace spokesman said on Tuesday that difficult decisions had been taken about the King's program to ensure the monarch's comfort and well-being.